Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hijab Akbar Kwali and I am a student of Rehan School, Kurangi campus. I am studying in class 7 and my class name is the Future Navigators. So today we have the very honorable and grateful guest whose name is Ma'am Kristy Sleep. So let's go and about herself and about her life journey. So hello ma'am, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I
You
am
well?
also good. Okay,
Ah,
ma'am. So
that's
first of all, I want to thank you to come in my show and give me a valuable time.
it's okay. No problem. Very nice to meet you.
Okay, so uh, before moving, okay. Also, very nice to meet you. So, ma'am, before moving on the question, please introduce yourself.
Okay. So in this particular video, I have lots of different hats, so I won't go into that, but I actually have a full-time role in London as in a digital agency. So I have a lot of background in digital marketing, but I also have been an entrepreneur for many, many years and run my own business for about 10 years. And I also have got um, sort of lots of knowledge around outsourcing and things like that. So I think that's why you wanted to introduce me or to ask me some questions, and maybe I can help some people to learn a little bit about how to go about certain things. So yeah, all things digital I'm very interested in, as well as experienced in sales and various aspects of that. And I live in London, just in case. But I am Australian. Don't know if you knew that. I'm Australian, living in London in the cold.
Okay, ma'am, that's great. So thank you so much for your introduction. So, ma'am, my first question from you: what inspired you to become an entrepreneur in the digital marketing field?
Oh, okay. Well, I think that the opportunity is really quite vast, and it's such a fun industry to be in because it really is anyone can do it from anywhere. I think that there's no barrier to entry, which is a good thing and a bad thing in some ways. But it's a good thing for entrepreneurs who really want to sort of do something really fast moving. And there's just the sky's the limit to how much you can learn and how much you can make and how much you can, the different types of people you can meet and all of that. So I think it's just a really fun and interesting, fast moving industry.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, ma'am, my next question from you. Can you share a significant challenge you faced in your entrepreneurial journey and how you overcame it?
Significant challenge. Uh, I think that probably my biggest challenge was knowing who to listen to, because I think there's just so many gurus out there and so many people that have their own way of teaching or their own way of kind of um, selling basically to you, that it's hard to know who to listen to. And and also not everything works for everybody, so not kind of. And also I think the other challenge is just not giving up too soon. That's probably how I overcame it. Just don't, like, learn from people, and if you think it sounds good, keep going. But if you think it's just not for you, just don't spend too much time doing something that really either isn't interesting you or isn't seeming to go anywhere. Because yes, it's good to stick at things, but it's also, if you know something's not working for you, then there's always something that you can try, something else you can try. So I think that just the challenge is just knowing which is the best thing for you and what's going to suit you the best. and then kind of making that work.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: how do you stay updated with the constantly evolving trends in digital marketing?
Um, I suppose in my industry that I'm in now, it is I work mostly with Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. And so we just kind of keep up to date with what they're doing. But at the end of the day, what we basically do is we help businesses to either sell something or, book appointments for their sales team. So they're the two things that we do. So we just kind of have to keep up to date with the new things that Facebook are rolling out and Google are rolling out and all of that. But luckily for me, I don't have to do that because I am just the sales director. I don't have to actually do the work. We have a team of people who do the actual work. So
Okay, amazing, and thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: what is your approach to setting and achieving goals in your business?
I've always been a sort of there are two different ways of making goals, I think. And one of them is to be really specific and really, break the goal down and all of that kind of stuff. And that's not the way I do it because that just doesn't seem to work for me. So I prefer just to have a vision in my mind of where I want to get to. And like, yes, you need to have some markers and you need to have some ways to track whether or not you're doing enough. But what I tend to do is I just work really, passionately about something. And once it's starting to work, I actually then have a look at what I did to get there and just make sure that I continually do that. Because I think for me, having like making a goal that's just plucked out of the air is pointless. I think that for me, I just use my passion as an entrepreneur and with the excitement I have for something to drive me. And as soon as I'm getting results, just measure what those results are and measure what I was doing and just kind of rinse and repeat that. But also, I think just having like a really big reason for doing something, and like it sounds sort of a bit like everyone says the same, but I honestly do think it's true. Actually, every single person has a different reason for wanting to do the business that they're doing. And whatever that is for you, just even spend 2 minutes working out, why am I doing this? And what is the bigger reason that I'm doing this? Have it written down and literally just as you start your day, just say to yourself, this is my piece of paper, which is on a scrap piece of notepaper. And I explain to myself why I'm doing this. And I literally just visualize what I want to visualize. Takes me literally about a minute. And then I'm like, okay, because your brain is going to take that and it's going to work towards that goal or that purpose that you've got or that big, picture that you have. Your subconscious is so important to make that happen. So I think that having like a really clear reason for why you're doing something is going to motivate you more.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: how important is social media in your digital marketing strategy?
Well, for our clients, social media is their primary way of marketing because we are a digital marketing agency that uses paid advertising. So we don't do social media, just posts. We do paid social media, but same thing, as in same, question. So I think it's extremely important. I think if you don't have a paid social media or at least a social media strategy, you are missing out on huge amounts of business, basically. I don't think it's possible to not have one now. That's how important I think it is.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: can you describe a successful digital marketing campaign you have managed?
Okay. Well, 95% of all of our clients have a success. I mean, we, as a digital marketing agency, we cannot ever promise anybody anything because we are just expert testers. We are expert. We know, we come into the project knowing, you know, how much things are going to cost. We know how much your competitors are doing. We can do all of that. But at the end of the day, it's still about testing to make sure that it's going to work. And we help you. We're professional testers. And so we will make sure that your campaign has as much success as it possibly can. We work on it as though it's our own, our own business. But one particular one, I think, we literally 100 times somebody's sales just by making some few changes for their campaign and making sure that it was managed professionally. So, we have extremely great success stories with people who just don't even have a clue how to do it. And they're so grateful because there are a lot of people out there who take your money and don't actually care. So,
Okay, amazing, and thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: what's your take on the role of AI and automation in digital marketing?
um, when you say automation, I'm not sure if you mean what you mean by that, if that's separate to AI. So, as far as AI in digital marketing, honestly, I can't even really comment because I haven't been exposed to it enough yet. I know that there's a lot of that coming into marketing, which is going to change the whole thing, the whole Google. I know they're putting in lots of things because of that, but I think it's exciting, actually. I'm pretty excited by how it's going to change things, but um, yeah, I probably don't even want to pretend that I know enough about how it's going to impact it to even make a comment, really, apart from just to say that it's exciting times.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: mobile marketing is crucial today. So how do you optimize strategies for mobile users?
So most of the campaigns that we do, we have optimized mobile campaigns, and I think that's just done now. That's just automatic when you're using professional platforms like Facebook and Instagram and Google Ads. Like it's all done for us. So yeah. But yeah, of course, it's extremely important. If you've got a website that is not mobile optimized, go and get one now, because if you don't and you're relying on your website to bring you business, it's not going to if it's not mobile optimized. You may as well just cut your losses now and go and get it done, because you have to. Plus, if you don't have it optimized, Google will not reward you for that, and so you'll actually end up spending a lot more on ads than other people because you don't have a website that Google will want to show, because it's not optimized. So you have to, it's not a question of if, it's, you have to do that.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: how do you measure the success of your digital marketing campaigns?
Say that one again. So how do you measure the success of your digital marketing efforts? Oh, okay. So that's easy. We only talk in revenue. So our success is 100% based on revenue. So as long as we are hitting the KPI targets for our client, and as long as they're happy with the results based on those that we set before we ran the campaign, that's what we work towards, and we're always working towards that, hitting them or going above them.
Okay, so my next question from you. Do you believe in a global approach or local focus in digital marketing?
I don't really have a belief either way. I mean, I don't think that I think that it depends on the company and the product, really. So, I mean, I think that having a product that doesn't matter where you're based as to whether or not you can tap into it is always a great business model, but local businesses can have great success too. And the beauty of digital marketing, excuse me, the beauty of digital marketing is that you can do either very successfully.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: how significant is content creation in your business?
Well, obviously, you have to have a certain level of, a level of ads or whatever. They have to look appealing to the eye. They have to be, but really, we find that isn't the most important part. The most important part is moving to this where that ad goes to. So anyone can really, any half decent graphic designer can put together an ad that probably can get people to click on it. It's about the next step. Where did you send that person to once they clicked on the ad? Because if it's not coherent, or if it's not what they were expecting, then you're going to lose that person anyway. So it was just a waste of money. So you can have the best ad in the world, but if it goes to something that doesn't really do what they thought they were going to get, see what they were going to get, you may as well just keep your money, because you're just going to, it's just like a pretty facade, but when they get into it, they're not getting what they thought they were going to get, and then you're going to lose the person. So it's just paying for nothing, really. So you're best off having an ad that looks exactly, it takes them exactly to what they are expecting, the next step, and then continue on. So in other words, don't send people to just a website. Like if you have an ad, don't just send them to a general website, because people don't know. People have got short attention spans, and if they don't find exactly what they were looking for straight away, you will probably just lose that person. Did you mean, I just realized that you probably didn't mean that. You probably meant content for the website. So we just work mostly with landing pages. We don't really do, that's more for SEO. And we don't really specialize in SEO. We have a partner that does SEO for us. So yeah.
Answer. So my next question from you: what role does email marketing play in your strategy?
It depends on the client as to what they want to do with email marketing, but I think email marketing is just so cool. I love it. I think it's just such an extra element that can just bring in, all those extra sales that you wouldn't have received. So many businesses just don't bother to use email marketing follow-up campaigns, and it's just leaving money on the table. So I think it's really important. And I also love cold email marketing. I think that's such a fun thing to do too. It's extreme. You got to do it really well, and you've got to know what you're doing, but it's really can be really powerful as well. But you can't just have an email strategy that just sends people to a website. Again, you have to have a strategy that's what we call end to end. So it starts with something that goes with the next piece of the puzzle, next piece, next piece, next piece. Emails can be part of that sequence, but it's all got to be coherent, and it's all got to be taking a customer on a journey that leads them to a purchase or a booking.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So my
That's
next
okay.
question from you: What skills? Okay, so what skills do you think are essential for success in digital marketing?
I think that it's a good idea to focus on one element and get really good at it. So, I mean, yeah, you can try and do something, a lot of everything, but maybe just pick one part of digital marketing that you like to learn and get really, 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 really good at that, so that we only really focus on paid ads, like I said. So um, we do the whole thing that comes under digital marketing, but really the paid ads is what our real expertise is. Um, and we don't try and say, oh, but we can do SEO. Oh, we can do a bit of social media posting for you. Oh, we can do a little bit of branding, because it's just not what we really, really want to be good at and known for. So I think it's good to just really try a little bit of everything and see what you like the best, because the thing you think you like might not be the thing that you actually do like. And there's so much training for free on YouTube or whatever that you can really get a good understanding of a subject to know if it's going to be of interest to you. And then I would just go with that.
Okay, amazing. And thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: How do you incorporate sustainability into your digital marketing practices?
I honestly, I don't know the full answer, but I can tell you that we are quite picky with who we work with, because we only want to work with companies that we feel are, aligned with our own company values. So I won't go into the ones that we're not interested in working with, but there are definitely businesses that we turn away because they're not really going to be who we work with. And as far as sustainability is concerned, I mean, it's not really relevant to what we do, not really.
Okay, so my next question from you: Where do you see the future of digital marketing heading?
I think AI for sure. And honestly, I'm no expert when it comes to digital marketing futures, but I can tell you that it's not going away. It's certainly not going away anytime soon. So I think it's a great industry to be aligning yourself with.
Amazing. Okay, ma'am, thank you so much for sharing some insightful knowledge. So, lastly, would you like to give the advice with our audience?
I really love what you guys do. if you're mostly working with Upwork, I really love Upwork. I think that it is a fantastic resource, and I think it's got a lot of future as well. So I really, coming from like my perspective, we don't personally use Upwork freelancers in our business currently. However, I have used many Upwork freelancers in the past, and I really rate it highly. So I think it's a great platform to be involved with. If you can make it there, I think it is worth persevering with.
Thank you so much. Okay, so lastly, ma'am, I giving the my services. If you want to make a YouTube banner, YouTube thumbnail, videos, faceless videos, so please contact me. I will create you.
So YouTube faceless videos, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, so also when you come in Pakistan, so please visit our school, Rehan School, Korangi campus.
Don't you worry. If I'm ever in Pakistan, I'm going to be the first one to go and visit is Rayhan.
Okay, amazing. Okay, thank
Tell
you so
Rayhan I
much.
said
Bye
hi.
bye.
Make sure you say hi to
Yes.
me. Have a nice
Okay.
afternoon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.